Hello, my name is Max McMurdo and I'm here today to pitch for £50,000 for 10% of my business, Restore Limited. Restore was established in 2002 whilst I was designing cars in Cologne, Germany. The intention was to return to the UK and educate the British public and show them that environmental products needn't be a compromise in terms of style, quality and above all desirability. Since 2002 I've designed a range of 18 products now on the website, 3 of which you see here today: Annie the shopping trolley chair, Sylvana the washing machine drum table and Gordon the wheelbarrow chair. Our latest product is Ben the bin. Now he is a stackable, portable recycling bin for the household that uses a standard supermarket carrier bag. As with all the products, I needed to gauge some feedback from the public, so we took Ben the bin along to Grand Design's exhibition last year and the response was excellent. We took several orders from private customers. A number of shops were very interested and placed provisional orders, and then a councillor came along and suggested that he'd like a price for 500, 1,000 and 10,000 units for the bin. And since then another 5 councils are very, very interested in at least trialling and then rolling out to all of their residents. To summarise, Restore is going from strength to strength, and I've seen such a change in consumer attitudes, it's unbelievable. Now selling these pieces to Saatchi & Saatchi, Selfridges, Topshop, Ecova, all the big names are now interested. The industry is there, people are ready to take these on as a product, and sales are there to be made. Thank you for listening, I hope you've got lots of questions.
Green designer Max McMurdo is offering a 10% stake in his Restore business in return for the £50,000 investment he needs to launch his latest eco product, Ben the recycling bin. Deborah Meaden wants to know if Max has sold any bens yet.
Max, you talked about the local authorities.
That's right.
Have you got an order from them, or are you just talking to them?
We've got 3 letters of intent.
For how many items?
I've got 2 for 500, which will be the trial. The trial's a difficult bit to pass. Once you've got a trial from one council, you can roll on to all the neighbouring councils.
And what are they doing with them?
Particularly with high density housing and multi-occupancy where there's flats, there's no current system to get your empty milk bottle down into the big communal bin at the bottom. So they're going to give them as a freebie, like you get a composting bin and your wheelie bin. This would be the next version of bin to be rolled out and distributed to all the houses.
Are they made of recycling?
These are actually the prototypes, and these are the ones that were produced from a sheet of polypropylene. Now the actual units that we can get for £1.50 are 100% recycled, but due to that they're black.
Max seems to have impressed Deborah Meaden with his eco-credentials. Now, Duncan Bannatyne decides to take a closer look at Max's furniture and recycling bin.
This is just a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And you're going to sell it for how much?
For £1.50.
Nobody will notice, it's just a piece of plastic. Is that your idea?
Sure they will, if you wish to look at it in that respect. As I said, just as the shopping trolley chair is just an old shopping trolley.
Can I just say, I'm a bit worried, because if I started putting things in there, it just worries me the carry bags would just collapse.
The items you tend to recycle are empty milk bottles, egg cartons, paper. They don't tend to be breeze blocks or bricks.
What are you doing with my money? Oi!
It's okay.
You just throw my money away.
So the intention is then you'd carry that down, because it's portable, you carry that down to your recycling bin and dispose of it and separate your waste accordingly.
The young designer has proved that Ben the bin is sturdy enough for most jobs. But Peter Jones thinks he spotted a flaw in Max's pitch.
Max, I've got a bigger issue with all of this.
Right.
And that is that you're selling the concept that this is not just from a recycling perspective very good, but you're selling this as an eco product. But you are far away from being an eco product, because you're putting in that eco product one of the biggest problems in this country right now, called the plastic carrier bag.
8 billion a year are being produced, yeah.
And you can't do anything with them, you can't recycle them at all. It's a major problem, and yet your product needs a product that is not eco-friendly to go in it, to complete it.
We're not encouraging, we wouldn't produce our own carrier bag.
See, I have the same issue as Peter's got with carrier bags. I actually believe they should be outlawed.
Absolutely.
Totally. And we shouldn't find uses for them. We should, when we go to supermarkets, we should be using reusable bags.
Carry bags will be with us. I'm not encouraging it, but they will be with us for the next 10 years. Rather than just moaning about it, should we actually create a product that can reuse them so it is beneficial to the environment? If we can get 3 uses out of a carry bag rather than 1, that's 3 times better.
Max is refusing to be intimidated by the dragon's interrogation. Now, Deborah Meaden wants to move the discussion on from plastic to cash.
What's your turnover? How much have you actually sold?
In the last 8 months, since going full-time, because I've had lots of part-time jobs to subsidise the furniture, in the last 8 months it's £8,500, which is a ridiculously low amount, I appreciate.
Okay, why? Why is it low?
The volume is limited. Like I say, it is bespoke, it's one-off pieces. Saatchi & Saatchi have ordered 4, which is quite a substantial order, but it's still just over £1,000.
Sounds to me like you've accepted that that really isn't the business. That isn't going to generate the money, it's all down to these bins.
Deborah Meaden has discovered that Max is struggling to make any realistic return on his established furniture range, which doesn't bode well for his latest prototype. Max is beginning to lose the confidence of the dragons.
Hi Max, I'm
Hello.
James. Let me tell you where I am. I love the time. I can't get my head around the bin. I think the council concept of black bins at 150, not sure how much volume you'd sell. I just don't see the numbers working. My £50,000, my return isn't going to be in my lifetime. I think for that reason, I'm out.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Max, I'll tell you where I am in this. This is just not a business. This is a business that's going to make any money or give any return to any investor. It just isn't. So we can have a bit of fun with it, but I'm not going to invest, so I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
Max, I think I've said exactly how I felt about it. The fact that you've got this plastic carrier bag necessary for your product, it's just not enough for me to put my money on the line.
Right.
So for that reason, I'm out.
It's a disastrous setback for Max. He's lost 3 dragons in as many minutes. Has Deborah Meaden made her mind up too?
I think I was thrown by those. I think they're a complete red herring, and I don't know why you brought those in today. Because I think all they do is demonstrate that that is not a business. It demonstrates your creativity.
It shows that I design successful products.
Yes, it does. In fairness, it does.
The shopping trolley chair is about to go into an exhibition next to a piece of Damien Hirst's work and Tracy Emin's work.
Max, that is absolutely brilliant, but we're here looking at business. And the business opportunity here is, for me, sits in those bins. And something is stopping me from saying, I'm out. Because actually I think it's I like the design. It's very simple. It's iconic. It's a very classic, clean, simple design that you wouldn't mind having in your kitchen.
Exactly.
And I like the practicality of it. You can pick it up, you can take it, you know. And we've got plastic bags, whether we like it or not, they do exist. I understand all of that. So something is stopping me from going out.
Let me tell you where I am. You're creating chairs out of shopping trolleys and wheelbarrows.
It's good, isn't it?
You're nuts. You are totally barking mad. This is not a business opportunity as we expect to see in the den. But you know what? I love it.
Blimey.
I love the design. I do like the chairs. I think the bin is a bit of an outside chance. I like you.
Thank you.
Am I going to make money out of it? That's the question that I've been thinking. And I don't know. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll give you £50,000, but actually I want 30%. Just in case. In my mind, I might have just put £50,000 to nurture an artist. Alternatively, I might have put £50,000 in possibly the best investment I've ever made. So I'm balancing the risk with the reward.
To the astonishment of his rival dragons, Theo Paphitis has offered the entire £50,000, but for 30% of the business, 3 times more than Max is willing to give away.